All right. So I have been asked about this video so many times, and I was gonna do like a whole sit down situation with lights and all that kind of crap, and I was gonna think about what I was gonna say, but I'm not gonna do that. And I know that this is gonna sound like word salad. It is what it is, but hey, here we are. All right. So the reason why I initially left the what, we're gonna call it the what. Mind you, I am coming back there, so I'm not coming back there, but I will be doing some shows on there. So I want to watch what I say so people don't get up the duff about it. So the initial reason why I left the what. Toxicity. I left because of toxicity. And let me give a few disclaimers before we continue. So first of all, this is all alleged and all just for fun. Shits and giggles and all the things. Everything I say and use here is for entertainment purposes only. Nothing here is proven and it's all alleged. Secondly, I am not speaking about all sellers. I'm talking about maybe actually I'm probably talking about 15%. We'll say 15%. Sellers on the what. And also, I am not talking about buyers. I'm not talking about my customers. I can have the worst customer interaction with somebody. I could have people just dogging me out in the DMs or saying whatever and all these things about me and all that kind of crap. You will never hear me ever disparage a customer, no matter how bad the interaction was. You will never see that happen. Ever. So now that we put all those disclaimers through, let's talk about it. Let me talk about me first, actually. So for those of you who don't know me, hi, my name is Alex. I sell pants online, and then, I started on the what. I started on the what in 2023. I'm somebody, how do I want to say this? I'm going to just come out and say this, right? I have not been poor since I was 18. I've not been poor since I was 18. I do not know what a missed water bill looks like. I don't know what payment plans are. I don't know. I've never used Klarna. I've never financed anything. I don't know that lifestyle. Okay. I am very successful when it comes to business outside of plants. I am very successful in other things. I have residual things that are coming through and they always come through. I'm technically quote unquote, good. So, and I say that in the most humble, most gracious, thank God I'm one of a million, because half of my family are gone or incarcerated, all that stuff. I was that one kid that made it out, okay? And I also worked in the industry. I'll say starting at 18, and I have not been poor since 18. There are videos of me, I'm sure, on XXX sites. I know I've seen videos of me on Tumblr. I'm very honest about it. I'm very open. I do not care. It's what caused me to always be able to purchase a car outright and not have to finance. It is what it is, right? So I say that to say that that's the kind of person that I am. I believe in putting my best foot forward. I believe that people are generally mean good, and I've seen some things. I have street smarts. I'm very smart. I'm not a dumb person. And to be educated and smart are two different things, but thank God I happen to have both, right? I may not have the best oration skills, but I do know my way around a situation, right? So, but I also do sometimes think that most people mean good. So there's that. So anyway, I say that to say, that's the kind of person you're dealing with here. You're dealing with somebody who's like, I don't get into the fray of stuff. I don't get into the gossipy stuff. Like, yeah, I spilled quote unquote tea or jokes or whatever, but it's not harmful. It's usually about the industry, the plant industry itself. We could spill about the industry. But the plant industry itself, that kind of thing. So yeah. On the what? When I first started on the what, everybody was sunshine, giggles, love, oh my God, we love you, blah, 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 you're my favorite, da, 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 all this kind of stuff. It was great, right? Everybody was showing love. Everybody was showing these things and like, oh my God, I want to support you. I want to help you. All the stuff, all the things. It was wonderful. People were giving me their phone numbers. I was, contacting them occasionally, just saying like, hey, how's it going? Whatever. Being friendly with these people, right? I should have never given anybody my phone number except for a few select people who are out there. Y'all know who you are. Love y'all down. But I gave some people my phone number that I regret. People that were not good people. People that ended up being really nuts, allegedly. So But, it started off very kind. Everybody was very loving, everybody was very welcoming. But then I started to make money. Then I started to make money. Then I started to do well. That's when shit started to turn. And that's when people's real colors started to come out. And again, this is on the what. This is exclusively to the what. I'm not talking about anywhere else, because where I am now, maybe people are like that. I don't know. I'm not exposed to it. It is what it is. And I live a very insulated, very nice, comfortable life. Okay. And I say that again in a non-braggadocious way, but that's where I'm coming from. And then I'm going into this situation, right? The what. So upon my, dealing with stuff, and people were started to become a little terse. People started, the situation started to degrade, right? So then my thinker started going. I'm like, what is going on here? What's happening? And, upon some investigation, I found some things that were very alarming, litigious things. And I was like, and this is not just for one person. There were 2 people or 3 people. I'm talking at least 6 or 8. And I'm just like, oh shit. Okay. And now you have my phone number, and now you have all these harassment and stalking charges and things. And I don't know if they were proven guilty or not, but where there's smoke, there's fire in my mind. So, and I'm just like, oh, okay. And then starts, as I start backing off from some of these people, and it started okay, let me tiptoe away, I started getting online bullied. And I'm one of those kinds of people, you don't bully me. You don't bully me. I might be gay, I might be a fag with the bag, but I'm going to tell you that I will hit you with the bag, the brick that is in my bag, and then we're going to continue forward, allegedly. I don't play those games. If I have an issue, bring, hello, officer, so-and-so, yeah, you're not going to see me standing my ground. I'm going to, hello, PD immediately. I don't play pussy asshole games. I don't play that bullshit. So yeah, but I started getting unalivement threats. I started getting people coming after me, saying stuff, and online bullying me, and all kinds of things. People were calling me a fat bitch. They were calling me a faggot. They were calling me all kinds of horrible. I had somebody saying, oh my God, you're jealous of me. I'm like, sweetheart, there is nothing that you and your 7 generations of children's grandchildren could ever amass in their entire lifetime that I would ever want or be would be jealous of and desire. And I would just get slews of texts, and I'm just like, oh my God. Have I ever been rough on somebody? Have I ever been harsh and just cut somebody off? Yeah, because I got there were times where I would just oh my God, I can't be associated with you. It's just too much. And I've had to cut people off, and then people are like, oh my God, why aren't you my friend? Why aren't you my friend? And one thing I've noticed in my 32 years of life is that when you have your shit together, me, and then other people don't have their shit together, them, they try to latch onto you because they want whatever they want to draw that energy from you. They want to draw that energy. They want that for themselves. And they're parasites. Drop them off. They are roaches. Let them scurry underneath the refrigerator when the light turns on. And thank God I turned on the light, and then the roaches scurried. So, mind you, I come from a place of high integrity, right? My husband and I, we operate different things. We're in different places. This is a part of our income here. This is a part. So if this goes kaboom, I have other situations. But just to give you examples, the gossipiness, and this wasn't exclusive to women, but the quote unquote mean girls, mean kids club. I'm just seeing people tearing people down. I saw screenshots of conversations that had screenshots of other people's screenshots, and then I saw screenshots including those screenshots. When you stand in a mirror and there happens to be another mirror behind you, and you're looking in a mirror and you see hundreds of yourself, those were the types of screenshots I was seeing. And I'm just like, oh my God, this is disgusting. It literally made me feel disgusted, gross, ew. This is roach behavior, this sharing screenshots and sharing shit. Have I shared a screenshot that I saw something that was funny before? Probably, but it's never been in a malicious way. It's not to make people feel bad or to end somebody's business. The lengths that people have gone to just do, not just towards me, but to other people. I'm just like, oh my God, meanness and meanness and meanness. Like, I had people naming my names in chats, naming my name. Don't buy from this person. Don't buy. Like, we're cool now, but I'm still gonna tell it because it's my story. But I've had like certain people saying like, oh, don't buy. They're a diva. Da da da. And like that's the first thing I get called is I get called sassy because I'm a gay guy. Sweetheart, I'm not sassy. I'm just smarter than you are. I forgive y'all, but it doesn't mean that you will never, ever, ever outsmart me ever, because you don't have that capacity. But my point being, for those things, like, and there were lots of people, like, it wasn't just one person, it was just an onslaught of stuff. And I thought, and it wasn't just me experiencing this, there were other people experiencing this too. And I was like, just I kind of talk about it like as in drowned rats in a bucket. When the water starts filling up in the 5-gallon bucket and the rats start trying to climb out, they start chewing and eating each other. And again, this is not all sellers on the what, but some of the ones that I had the pleasure of dealing with, it was like that. So I had to leave. I had to go. I had to step out. I had to dismiss myself because I'm like, no, this is too much. And that is one of the reasons why I left the what, was because of the toxicity. The community part is great when it's good, but when it's not, it's not. Let me give you an example also, because I just thought of this. I remember I asked one person who I consider to be friendly, hey, where did this one person go? Have you seen them? The immediate text I had back was, just call me. And I'm like, why do I need to call you? They're like, just call me, because, like screenshots and stuff. I'm like, I thought I was your friend. Why do I have to worry about screenshots? And that told me everything I need to know about that. I was like, okay, so you're consistently in the fight or flight mode. You always think somebody is coming after you. You are never going to succeed. You are always going to be where you are. You will never, ever get out of the hole that you dug yourself into. Matter of fact, you're digging deeper. And this wasn't just one person. There were many people. So I'm going to let you all be in your holes. I'm going to let you scatter underneath the refrigerator and stay there and do your thing. Y'all can have people windmill and write theses and think pieces on me and stuff like that, because I've seen think pieces on me on the Book of Faces, and I'm just like, oh my God. But, that's where it came from. It was just the toxicity. It was really just toxic. I'm going to do 3 segments on this. This is the first one, so this will be part 1. That's the reason why I left the what. And again, I'm not talking about any other place I'm on. The other places that I'm on a couple of them. There's none of that. There might be there. I don't know. I'm part of it. Maybe I've gotten smarter and I'm not as comfortable with people, so I'd stay away. But yeah, so it was peaceful to step away. So, as I tiptoe back to maybe do a couple of sales every now and then, we'll see how it goes. But and like I get asked all the time by new sellers, like, hey, I'm gonna come onto the what, or I'm gonna come on to da 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 da. What advice do you have for me? And I'm just like, don't befriend anybody, because when you're always looking for friends, when someone's always looking for friends, that means they can't keep them, and they got 12 other motherfuckers in the back behind them saying, this is why you should avoid this one. But yeah, it was honestly, that is the reason why I left the what, was because of the toxicity. So, but I feel much more, I have a very low tolerance for shit now, and I will not let those things go that far anymore. I'm not going to be that super kind. It's funny, I talk to people from the what, that were sellers, and they're like, yeah, I'm just not being kind anymore. And I'm just like, damn, it sucks that we're there, but you just can't trust people. And that pretty much goes across anywhere. And again, please don't think I'm speaking ill about anybody who has like a criminal record. If you're reformed or that kind of stuff, that's great. But if you just got in the clank, 2 days ago, and you're still playing reindeer games, and I find a bunch of stuff and I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm going to consider you to not be reformed. And to not be maybe the best person allegedly. But yeah, we'll leave it at that. Part 2 and 3 coming up next.